Now, tonight's adventure into the unknown.
Shut up and sit down.
David Greyson's impression of Jon Snow from Game of Thrones meeting Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead.
I'm Jon Snow, Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, the King of the North, and the heir to Winterfell.
I'm Rick Grimes. I came here in person to ask you to join us.
For what purpose?
To fight the Saviors.
The Umbers.
What? No. The Saviors.
Why would you try to fight someone who's trying to save you?
Because they're trying to manipulate us. Break us. Kill us.
Like the Boltons.
Who?
Never mind.
Welcome to Sarge Approved. I'm Sarge, and I'm here with Frenzy.
Hello.
We have a guest tonight.
Yes, we do.
A man of many talents.
Yes.
Mr. David Greyson. How's it going, David?
Hi, David.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Great.
Super good. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We've been looking forward to having you
for
on the
having
show.
me.
Yeah.
You, like I said, you're a man of many talents. You are a actor, a filmmaker, a writer, comedian, and an impressionist. Am I missing anything?
Single.
Single. Oh,
that,
can't forget that. You hear that, ladies?
Absolutely not. I mean, on paper, that makes me sound great when you read it like that.
Single and ready to mingle.
Yeah, ladies, listen
there you
up.
go.
Pay attention. David Greyson, single.
10 people just turned us off.
No.
So
where are you coming to us from tonight, man?
I'm chilling in Norman, Oklahoma. I'm going to go see the movie Wonder Woman tonight with my best friends. Because my friends are obsessed with Wonder Woman because they're nerds.
And she's hot.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Are they
Yes,
are they actually into the actual story, the whole DC universe, or they just want to go see a hot chick in a Wonder Woman outfit?
No, they are absolutely into the DC universe. Like, I buy my friends like Wonder Woman comic books. Like, that's how much they like it.
Oh man, I think you have to be because honestly, I'm not excited about the idea of a Wonder Woman movie, and I don't feel like that's a sexist thing or anything like that. I just don't get excited about Wonder Woman, but I love, the Marvel universe that's been created, and even DC, Superman, Batman, and all that, but Wonder Woman does not get me excited. Not her own standalone movie.
Yeah, I think not with Wonder Woman, I think it's good that they are at least revamping that so it's not like our only reference of Wonder Woman is from the 50s.
Yeah.
Like she's still just spinning in a circle in her living room, and we're like, Linda Carter is the best. Surely no one can live up to a middle-aged woman twirling around in the living room.
I think she's still spinning right now.
Yeah, somewhere she is still changing with a dissolve. And Gal Gadot, she has a lot of work cut out for her. I mean, how can you top that with today's effects?
Right? Really good. I haven't seen it. Is Wonder Woman a Marvel movie?
No, that's DC.
Oh, it's DC.
DC is like the Justice League with
Batman.
Like Superman, Batman,
Yeah, okay.
Wonder Woman, all of them. Some more forgettable characters. I think
Green Lantern, I think.
Yeah, I think Marvel's the sexier universe of
Well, yeah, it has Chris
superheroes.
Hemsworth, so yeah.
Well, not just that. I'm not just saying because, like...
It's pretty sexy.
I'm talking about, like, popularity. Like, they're just cooler.
Uh-huh.
But you don't see... Wonder Woman has her own movie, which I'm a little upset about. But you're not going to see in the Marvel universe, you're not going to see the Black Widow with her own movie. Or like, the Hawkeye dude. You're not going to see him with his own movie. Because they're kind of lame.
That would be the most pointless movie ever.
Yeah.
Watch this guy have a training montage of him being awesome with arrows from the start.
Yeah, that's...
And Black Widow
like,
doesn't
how
do
you
anything.
become Hawkeye? I mean, surely it's not like he just like picked up an arrow and they go, I like the cut of your jib, son. Like, and he just puts explosives in the end of it, and that's it. Like,
he doesn't have any superpowers.
Well, yeah,
no,
but Wonder
he's just
Woman had her own
like a
show.
dude who wears Under Armour.
Yeah,
Same with
basically.
Black Widow. She doesn't have any superpowers. She's just really good at kicking dudes, and
Yeah.
she can do she can do flippies and ride a motorcycle good.
Suicide Squad had the same problem with that, though, because they're like, all right, we have this demon from an entire other realm, and she came out of a demonic pot left in the ocean. And who's going to defeat her? This clown lady with a baseball bat.
And pigtails.
I didn't even see Suicide
And
Squad yet.
pigtails, yeah.
You just spoiled it for me.
It's ruined.
Oh,
so,
no.
I heard it wasn't that great.
Coming from you, obviously like a filmmaker and all the movie things that you're a part of, I guess what's your like biggest movie genre that you're a fan of? Like gangster movies, sci-fi, drama? Like what is your kind of your cup of tea?
Rom-coms.
For me, as a filmmaker, I imagine it's sort of kind of like asking a musician, what's your favorite kind of music? But it's because I kind of love it all, but I think I do love gangster movies, like gangster and movies and dramas.
Okay.
And
yeah.
obviously, as being a comedian, I do love comedies, but I think I seek out a lot more psychological thriller dramas, sort of like movies like The Zodiac. Like David Fincher movies, period, are just like an amazing genre in themselves.
Yeah.
And I just love movies like that, like Gone Girl, like stuff that's really just intense and suspenseful and good acting, and I love it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I read all the books that were in the Gone Girl series.
Everybody name their best gangster movie. Francie, you go first.
Godfather is my ultimate all-time
Godfather
favorite movie.
1? The first one?
The first one, yeah.
Okay. David, what's yours?
Oh, Under the Pressure, I'll say Departed.
I have a tough time choosing between like Goodfellas or Casino. Really.
I was gonna say Casino. Damn it, we could have had a moment there.
Yeah, you guys ruined it. Casino's
we
good.
need to go kill some people with pens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a fucking vice.
My favorite part of
I
Casino
got your head
is...
in the fucking vice, man.
Yeah. Oh my
Wish you-
god.
That was such a disturbing scene. That dude's eye was bulging out of his
know.
head.
But any gangster movie with Joe Pesci in it is really, really good. I mean, literally.
Joe Pesci's great. Like in I love that part in Goodfellas where it's like it's following that big long one shot of like Ray Liotta walking in, and you see Joe Pesci sits down and he does that like, what am I, like a clown? Am I funny to you? Am I a clown to you? Like, and he just
I make you laugh.
Yeah. Who else
see
could
that's
do that?
Joe Pesci's brilliance. Is in every movie he has a scene where he yearns to understand what somebody else was saying, but in the most gangster way possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
great.
in Casino with the pen scene, he goes like, "Hey, what do you call my friend a Jewish motherfucker? Hey, stab me!" And he just like starts stabbing the dude with a pen. Like, what, you got a problem with Jews? Eh?
With a pen.
Yeah, that's pretty gangster right there. You take a dude out with a fucking pen.
Yeah. Is it Goodfellas when they put the guy in the trunk and they go to bury him in the desert and then they go have dinner at Joe Pesci's mom's house? She makes them dinner. Is that Goodfellas?
I think that's Casino.
That's
Is that
not
Casino?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
That's
couldn't
Casino.
remember. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that scene too.
Yeah, so those I have a tough time choosing between those two. I think I lean a little bit more Casino.
Yeah, I think I was just falling under the pressure. I think Departed is like someone points a gun at your face kind of answer. But if I have time to really think about it,
Yeah.
i.e. not on a podcast, like give me 7 real-time minutes of me pondering to myself of which one I like.
Departed's a good one though.
I need to write it on a
Yeah,
list. I
Departed
need
is a
to
good one.
write them all out and do the pros and cons of each.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We better do this before I forget. Let's pause a second so that we can hear a word from our sponsor.
Shut up!
Hey, this is Frenzy here to talk to you about National Survival Center. This is the place where you can purchase all of your outdoor camping gear and supplies, survival kits, disaster preparedness supplies, bug out bags, and even survival food. All with some of the lowest prices on the internet and free shipping on almost everything. You can depend on National Survival Center to provide you with the highest quality gear paired with superior customer service. And when you purchase your gear from National Survival Center, you're not only getting a great product, but you're receiving products that have all been hand tested to ensure that they'll be reliable, durable, and that they'll function properly. So whether you need some gear for a family camping adventure, or maybe you want to stock up for the zombie apocalypse, National Survival Center can provide you with the quality products you're looking for. You can find them at www.nationalsurvivalcenter.com or www.survivedon'tsuffer.com. Either way, don't suffer, make sure you survive.
We're back. Okay.
It's magic.
We're back. That was a great sponsor.
Yeah,
right?
right?
I know. They're like the best ever.
Podcast magic.
Super
I agree with
appreciative
everything
of
they
them.
just said.
Me too.
All right. So you're coming to us from
Norman, Oklahoma.
Norman, Oklahoma right now, but you're an LA dude, aren't you? You live in
I
LA.
certainly was, and I certainly will be. I actually moved out to Los Angeles in August 2014, and I lived out there for about a year and a half and moved back because of just the expense. I mean, like, even if you have a good amount of money saved up when you go out there, just to exist costs you money. You know, like, just to breathe air costs $80. It's... And
so it's expensive even
brutal.
being homeless out there.
Yeah, I totally feel you.
Yeah.
I moved out to, when I was 21, I moved out to Santa Monica, Venice area. And I think I literally saved like $12,000 to move out there when I was 21. And it was gone in like 2 months. Like, obviously I didn't work for a month, but, and then I ended up having to get like 3 jobs. But one of the things that I thought was funny was they clean the streets like every Tuesday. They clean one side of the sweep the streets on a Tuesday, and then the next side of the street is like a Wednesday. Well, I lived on, my address was 1037 5th Street, so I was like right by the 3rd Street Promenade by the Santa Monica Pier and stuff. So it was always like there was no place to ever park your car. And my apartment didn't come with a parking spot. So I would park my car like 8 blocks away, and I'd forget what day it was that the streets were getting swept. And I literally had hundreds and hundreds of dollars in parking tickets, where I think I was still like on my mom's like insurance or something. So she kept getting all these parking tickets in the mail. And she's like, "What the fuck?" She's like, how can you not remember where your car is parked? I'm like, I don't know, Mom. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't remember. Like, I don't ever drive it. It's just sitting there. It's parked. I don't know. But I remember it was $38 a pop every time. Ridiculous.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. When I went out there, the exact same thing happened to me. Like, literally the week after the Monday following me getting my apartment, like, I think I was out there for a week, and I stayed in a Motel 6. And to stay out there for a week in Hollywood cost $800 to stay in a Motel 6.
Wow.
For a week?
And for people listening, if you've never stayed at a Motel 6, they are garbage. And it costs $800 to live in trash.
Yeah, it's not a hotel, it's a motel.
Yeah, and it's in the middle of Hollywood, and you think like, oh, you know, Johnny Depp might have stayed. No, okay? Like,
No.
They built it, and it was clearly a mistake. And they don't clean things, like the walls are dirty, yet people are in there, and like it probably took 3 weeks off my life just living in it for a week. So, anyways, when I got my apartment, I did the exact same thing. I parked Monday on the right side of the street, and I got a $73 street cleaning ticket.
Ouch.
And I was like, holy shit, like, what the fuck? They clean the street? It doesn't look clean. It looks like shit.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if this is clean, what's dirty? You know, like, this is terrible. And so I was like, well, I'll show these fuckers, and I parked on the other side of the street, and then boom, Tuesday street cleaning. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me. They do the other side of the street? What the fuck's wrong with these people? Just do the street. While you're already on it, do the other side.
Right.
Like, why do it one side at a time? That's like, how the fuck do you get all the places in the city?
I know.
Well, because they can't get people to just not park on that street entirely. That'd be chaos.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Some people, you know, I don't know how they do it, but they'll, like, sleep in their car, like, the night of and just wait for a parking space or wait for the truck to go by and then move it back. And they have, like, the perfect parking spot for the next week. And, of course, most streets in Los Angeles are, like, 900 people live on them, and there's 78 parking spaces.
Yep.
Exactly. Oh, it's so crazy.
So I would wait for hours just for a parking space to open up like a crazy person. But like I would sleep in my car sometimes waiting for a parking spot with a switchblade on my chest because it was not a good neighborhood. But
see, that's
it was crazy.
That's things like that is when you know that there are just too many damn people, not only on this planet but congregated into just huge masses in one city, you know, one area.
Well, the thing though is if LA and like the surrounding counties actually had like public transport, I mean they have buses, but if they had I think it's amazing that LA doesn't have like a train system
They don't?
No.
Yeah,
maybe they do now, but they don't.
Have a subway.
No, like Chicago. I mean, I consider LA as big as Chicago. Maybe not as big as New York, but I mean, But it's because it's such a big square footage of area
spread out.
Yeah.
But still, throw up some fucking monorails, some L trains, or some shit.
I don't know. They need to.
Or just those airport things that you stand on and they just move at like a steady pace, like somebody running at a jog. If you just have those going everywhere where the curbs are, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
You could just stand still and go to work. You're like, I'll be there in 17 minutes. It's going to take it. The escalator's broken. You know.
Yeah. The one thing that I found interesting about living there was. So I'm a Minnesota girl, obviously, and so when I first moved there, when I'd see people on the street, I'd be like, you walk past somebody, and you know, if it's just you and one other person, and you kind of look at each other, and you're like, hey, or you do like a little, you know, like I noticed you, like, hey, what's up? And out there, it's like, if you even looked at somebody, they were like, what are you looking at me for? And you're like, holy crap, like, you're mean. Like, I just felt like I didn't get, like, the nice vibe, which I get, it's not the same everywhere like here. But most people that live there in LA, especially in the LA area, are not from there. Like, they're from other places.
I know. All the craziest people in the world go to the LA area, to California, because they're all chasing some crazy dream.
Right. So, like, why not, like, band together and, like, be nice to each other? I don't get it.
Because everybody's psycho. There's so many crazy, crazy people out there.
So crazy. I remember I saw this military vet who was in a wheelchair who he lost both of his legs, and it was during like right when the McValue meals came out, and that's like all I could afford to eat back then was like the double cheeseburger meal for like $3.99. So I remember I had like the extra cheeseburger because I didn't eat the other one, and I gave it to him, and he kind of looked at me like, I don't like ketchup. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I like ripped it back out of his hands and I was like, you don't get it anymore. And I like walked away.
Jeez. Maybe he was
I had a situation.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I had a situation where it was like 108 degrees in Hollywood. And I saw this like older black dude sitting on the curb. And me not being racist, but trying to be nice, I was like, oh, he's probably homeless because he's just sitting on Hollywood Boulevard. Like, who would do that? And so I go over to him. I go, you thirsty, man? And he just goes like, yeah, brother, I'm thirsty, man. I'm thirsty as hell. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to go get us a Coke. Is that cool with you? And he's just like, oh, I appreciate that. That sounds great. And so I go get a Coke, and I bring it back, and I'm sitting there, and I'm drinking it with him. He finishes his, and he gets up, and directly across from him was like a Mercedes, and he just unlocked his car and got in.
Shut up.
And he threw some dollar bills at you, like he's making it rain, like bye later.
I thought he was insane.
Well, yeah, that's
I was just like, oh, this poor homeless man. Of course he's hot. He wants a soda, and then he drives off with a car that's worth more than my life.
Yeah, I guess I would have kind of, wondered why this homeless guy was wearing a $5,000 suit, sitting on a park bench.
He probably wasn't. He was probably wearing like dirty clothes.
He looked decrepit. Like,
really?
That's probably a scam.
Yeah,
he panhandles for money, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna go home to my mansion and my bitches and my Mercedes.
He's just that bored.
Well, he doesn't have to do anything else, so he just panhandles.
Well, that day he panhandled for a cold soda pop, and then drove home to his bitches and goes, "Sorry, ladies, nothing today."
Well, he's listening to Tupac on the drive up to the Hollywood Hills. So what are
generous white boy thought I was homeless,
right?
Look at this white boy thinking I'm homeless.
So what are you working on right now? I know we talked a little bit in the debrief that you've been busy working on stuff, feature film stuff. What do you got going on? Can you talk about it or not? You don't have to.
Oh, I can.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the benefit of being the producers. I can talk about it all I want.
Okay, good.
It's a feature film, and it's called 40 Ounces to Freedom. It was named that after a Sublime song. And it's not like we are using Sublime music in the movie. It's just a good name for this movie in particular. But it's an action comedy, and I guess a brief synopsis of it, although it is kind of a complex plot, is two estranged friends run into each other at the worst times in their lives. And hilarity ensues.
I like it.
But it's, one's kind of a stiff shirt and the other one's kind of this pill-snorting, idiot. And together it kind of has this Abbott and Costello sort of, who's on first sort of, pacing. And it's really fun. We're about 75 to 80% of the way through principal photography on it, and it's been a blast. It's been stressful because it's like one of the first movies I've ever had to really produce. Like you can produce a short film, for a couple $100, but a feature film, it's like thousands and thousands, and getting people together and scheduling, and
you have to be organized.
Sure.
Yeah, that's cool though. It sounds really interesting. I can picture like the one who's like the stiff collar, like trying to get the other one to like shape up, but then the one that's like the pill snorter being like, "Come on, dude, just like hang out and just like chill. Don't be so uptight.
Snort some pills with me."
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing: it's like every time the guy who's kind of like the stiff shirt says something like that, the guy tells him to relax and chill, and then something inevitably bad happens.
Right.
Because they did exactly what he said, and it kind of proves him wrong every time.
That's awesome.
It's sort of like him just going like, he's like, "Man, don't walk out into traffic," and he's like, "Dude, well, if I walk out, people will dodge me," and then he gets hit by a car. Like that kind of logic.
So how'd you get started with this feature film? Were you part of the original writing and creation process? Oh, friends, are you getting cocktails? Or did you come on just as producer?
I didn't come on just as producer, actually. Initially, the director and the guy who was writing the majority of the movie, his name's Ryan Green, and I'd worked with him on the short film that I recently finished, and it's on YouTube, and it's called Lazarus. And he was an extremely competent cinematographer and director on that, and it was enjoyable working with him. And so I wanted to help him on the next project he started doing. So he wrote kind of a treatment, or like a really short introduction to the movie. I'd say he wrote about 11 pages, and then I kind of came in sort of as a punch-up writer or a sounding board for him, so that he could hear if the ideas would work or not. And so I kind of was there from that point on. He would write, 15 pages at a time. I would come over and I would read over it with him and talk about it, if it worked and where it was going and what he was thinking of doing. And before I knew it, I was kind of just like a second writer on it. and I'd say he probably wrote 70-75%. I wrote about 25-30% of it, and then once it was written, it was the intent that I was going to be the lead. I was actually supposed to play the idiot. I was supposed to play the druggy guy, and I had this dental work I had to do in my mouth, and I was going to have braces the whole time, and it was going to delay production if I had to wait to get the braces off. And Ryan being kind of the let's go, let's do this, let's keep moving kind of guy, he made the decision to recast me, and we went and had more auditions for other people, and I actually helped pick the guy who replaced me. And, which is hard as an actor. It's hard to replace somebody, but the best compliment I can give that dude is I even like him as that character more than I would have.
Nice.
Seeing me,
well, that's comforting.
And it, like, he's a great dude. He's like one of the nicest guy. You can't hate him if you try. And yeah, he's also like the most punctual, memorizes his lines. Like, he's just on point. Like, he's a good guy. But yeah, so I've been there pretty much since the beginning. I would say, since page 11, I've been there.
Page 11.
And, yeah, since page 11.
Nice.
And to be able to produce it and get as far as we have on my first go, and it go as smoothly as it has, is a relief, because when you're first taking on a feature film as a producer, it's extremely daunting.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a lot. It's only like 100 pages. You're like, well, it didn't even take us that long to write it. How long could it take to film it? But turns out it is extremely difficult to get people to show up in a place to shoot something. So,
oh yeah, I'm sure there's so many different variables and aspects to it that
oh my gosh,
you don't have control over either, like you're kind of dependent on other people. So how did you get into producing? Was it something that you went to school for, or you just became interested in it and were like, I'm going to do it,
like
kind of
filmmaking
thing?
in general?
Yeah.
Well, like, filmmaking wise, I started acting. Sorry, this is part of it. Trust me. I started acting back in, I'd say 2010, and I was going to OU at the time, and I was taking way too many classes, and so they said, listen, you're going to kill yourself if you don't drop one of these major classes. Like, I was taking physics, chemistry, advanced Spanish, English Comp 2, and calculus or something. And they go, listen, that's going to explode your brain. So they're like, drop calculus or something, or physics, and take an elective course, just something that you can have fun doing. I go, I don't even know what to pick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know where to start. And they go, well, if you don't know what to pick, then this would be a good class. It's called Acting for Non-Majors. It'll give you the credits that you need to fulfill the semester. It should be fun. It has really good ratings. Everybody likes the teacher. And so I did it, and I kind of just fell into it, like kind of fell in love with it. I enjoyed doing monologues and doing these little dialogue scenes with people, and I got to do all these different voices, and I could do the voices that other people couldn't, and I kind of just saw that I had an affinity for it. And at the end of the class, the teacher goes, listen, if you get a pink slip for me to sign, I'll sign you into my advanced, like the senior level class. And I was only going to be a sophomore, and he's like, yeah, well, you can just jump all the way up here. You don't have to take any of these other ones. Just come take this course with me.
Nice.
And so I was like, well, maybe I have something here. And so I did it, and I did that class. And at the very end of it, we had to do like a mock audition where basically he like tells somebody as like his fake director, assistant, like notes about your audition and all these performances that you do. And he wrote on a piece of paper, this David kid can act. And that was the note that he gave to the assistant. And I was like, when I heard that from the guy who was the assistant, I was like, all right, well, I think I'm going to keep doing this because I really enjoy it, and it seems like people enjoy me doing it. And so I started from there.
I
started acting in a ton of stuff.
That's a solid reference,
like,
dude. this David kid can act.
Well, but just to kind of discover something that you didn't really know that you had kind of an appreciation for, that you enjoyed doing, and then have other people kind of, confirm that you're good at it. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool to just fall into something and then realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice, and it was nice not having to, tell somebody you're good at something. Somebody told you, because a lot of the time if you play a sport, most sports, they say it's all about a mental game. You got to have confidence. You got to think you're good. But to have someone immediately validate you when you just started doing this, and in such a fashion, it was like, okay, I'll take, this is a good sign that this is something I could at least look into.
Yeah.
So I decided to start, getting into these like short films and stuff around campus, and I did dozens of them while I was at OU. And so I started getting known around campus in the art department because people would just pass my name around saying, this kid will act in your movie, because he just acts in everybody's movie. Like, he just wants to do it. And
like the Samuel
so I did, like,
Jackson
a bunch of these
short
films.
Short films.
Yeah, student films.
They're like, this. He shows up.
Yeah, that's good, though. That's what they need.
Part of it.
Yeah. Plus, it gets you experience and gets you practice and kind of gets you to be more comfortable, and why not?
Yeah, and after a while of doing that, I did this first feature film called Potluck, and it was a bad movie. I'll say that. But I was cast as the lead in it, and after seeing how it ran, and after being on so many films, I thought, you know what? I think that I could do this movie justice if I had a camera, and I had audio equipment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought a camera, and I bought a small H4n Zoom audio recorder, and I got all the actors from Potluck, and I asked the director, I go, listen, I kind of want to make a movie that was better than yours, because you didn't know what you were doing.
And
he was a friend of mine, but
Right.
he openly knew it was bad. Like, you talk about it, and he would look at his feet. Like, he knew it was bad. And so I go, I'd like to make a sequel to this. I figured I wouldn't remake the exact movie, because it was already kind of a tainted memory, but we could use the same characters, the same names, and just extend the premise. And it ended on a note that left it open for a sequel, so I made a short film sequel to it that was like 35 minutes long, and it was called Silhouettes. And it was the first thing I'd ever shot. And the fact that I was able to get done a short film, the first thing that I ever shot, and it was 35 minutes long, and I didn't have lights, and I only had this audio thing, and I just got this camera for this movie, I thought, I think I might have a little bit of a knack for this as well. So I then started filming more of my own shorts. I started doing YouTube videos, but then I also would, gather a couple of my buddies, and we would just like shoot little short films and send them off to film festivals or do 48-hour film competitions. And I just kept doing it, and I've just kind of started doing that for years. And I've done a couple of projects recently where I, shot, produced, directed, and wrote and starred in these like short films, and that's kind of how I got into it.
Okay, that's cool.
What's your
long-winded answer? I'm sorry.
You never have to apologize on Sarge Approved. Ever.
What's your you really don't, do you?
No.
There's no apologizing.
I've never apologized.
Show. I don't think you have. What's your YouTube channel, David?
My YouTube channel is called The Walking David. Creative. It's really pulled out all stops on that one.
Was that like an homage to something? You've got the photo on your page here is you basically as Rick Grimes. Now, Frenzy tells me that you do a pretty damn good Rick Grimes impression.
Well, I showed you the video, but yes,
so.
He does. So here's the deal. I haven't watched. So what's the latest season that was just on? Season 7?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Yeah, I haven't watched any of season 7, because I need to binge that shit. I can't watch it every week. Like
I'm the same way.
I just can't.
Smart,
I watch it on Netflix.
I just have to wait, but it sucks because you have to wait so long for it to come out. But I just have to like basically when it comes out, usually in the fall, right before the next season starts, I basically don't shower. I don't wash my sheets.
What?
I don't like wash my hair. I don't do anything. I just sit and watch it. Like for like I call in sick to work. I just basically spend like 24 hours watching all of the season in one day.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a way better version of doing it. Watching week to week is brutal, and commercial breaks might be the worst thing that's ever been invented.
Well, and the thing for me is like I feel like
here's the word from your sponsor,
right? Here's the thing too is like I feel like I forget like okay, what happened last week? Crap. Oh yeah, that happened. And I have a pretty good memory. Like I'm a planner and I'm pretty detail orientated or whatever, but I don't know. I just feel like
you are.
I would rather watch them all together as one. And then when the final
I forget
the season
shit.
And then but then Walking Dead always splits up the season in half too. They tease you.
Yeah, those sneaky bastards. They know what they're doing.
But it's like a good book. Like I remember reading I read Gone Girl and I didn't want to finish it. I was like, I have 20 pages left and I don't want to finish it because then it's going to be over. Like that's to me that means it's a good book or a good show when you don't actually want to watch the end of it, the last episode. Because then you know that there's one more.
I know what you mean. And I'm one of those people that I go back and I rewatch shows from start to finish, over and over again. And I love doing that.
I just saw this video here. I'm browsing your YouTube channel right now, and you have an Alex Jones impression. Have you heard of Alex Jones?
I do.
I don't know who that is.
You know what it is?
No.
He has that podcast. It's called InfoWars.
InfoWars.
Yeah, he's like one of Joe Rogan's buddies, and his podcasts are always on like doom and gloom and government conspiracies.
Oh yeah, that guy.
He's like there are dead babies.
He's like your
Texas.
boy Jesse Ventura if he went insane.
Yeah,
like if he was a conservative, like a neoconservative insane person.
All right, do you want me to play this video, or do you want to give us your own Alex Jones impression right now?
Well, I think you should do Rick Grimes.
I'm trying to find one, but I just saw Alex Jones, and I really want to hear it.
Well, no, he can just do Rick Grimes like right now.
Oh yeah,
with his own voice. We don't need to play the YouTube video.
You do some Ricky G for us.
Sure, I'll try doing that.
I'll try doing that.
Put him on the spot. It's never.
Yeah, or just whatever you feel, whatever.
Do you want me to set you up? Do you want me to be Carl?
If you want to do Wonder Woman, you could do her.
Yeah, you be Carl. You be Carl. Sounds good.
Dad. Mom's,
okay,
Mom's
that
dead,
is not his voice. That is horrible.
Oh, I don't know if you're out there. I don't know if you can hear me. But if you are, you have to come for them before they come for us. It's just that simple. You understand that, Carl? Repeat it back to me. Repeat it back what I just said, Carl.
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 Oh my gosh.
Your mother's dead, Carl.
That's
me out here, Carl.
That's badass, dude. That's really good.
It's so good. Like I feel like I'm talking to him right now. Oh, I love it.
Have you recreated that scene where that infamous scene where at the prison after the mom dies?
He's crying.
And he's crying, yeah.
When he just goes, oh no. And then he just collapses down. Like,
yeah.
I've seen that turn into so many memes.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's insane. Like,
all right, I gotta play this Alex Jones one real quick, okay? Real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but Frenzy will. Hold on, let's see. See if it comes through here. You'll recognize the voice, I think.
I just wanted you all to know that Donald Trump has officially blown the lid off of the Obama administration by saying
you recognize it, voice?
that Obama is
you gotta get more
the
excited.
founder of ISIS. This is exactly what
I like your glasses in that video.
It sounds just like Alex Jones.
Thank you.
But I think you need to amp it up though. I think you need to be like even more animated.
I think you need to amp
Oh
it
yeah,
up.
like in the car, it was a little hard to do. And also,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see in the video, I'm looking around because there's just old people walking back.
And you don't want to run one of
outside
them
a
over
diner.
in their
Who's this
walker.
crazy dude in the car, pointing and and yelling.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and people
So-
can hear me just going like,
What's that one? Go back to that.
Donald Trump is the founder of ISIS. You know, like, and like, you know, like stuff like that. By the way, that YouTube video got flagged for being like anti the president. It was
What?
some weird YouTube thing where they go, "This is hate speech,"
Oh, jeez.
and I'm like, "Oh, whatever." You know, like, what? I bet Donald Trump himself must have filed that.
Oh yeah, isn't that funny how he'll attack people who say anything bad about him in social media? Like,
Well, Kathy Griffin just got fired from CNN because she did that whole
How dare
video
you.
of like his bloody head that
how
she
dare you
decapitated.
say bad things about me
It is-
in social media?
Listen, okay, nobody's allowed to say anything negative about me, all right? If anybody tries to say anything bad about me, I will send the Coast Guard or the National Guard, whichever one is closest.
And the Coast Guard
And-
is huge.
It's huge. It's got a huge boat.
A huge boat.
Boat's it's gonna rest ashore. It's gonna come arrest ashore, and it's just gonna come into your house. Okay. It's gonna come into your house. Everybody's gonna get a haircut just like me. That's your punishment. Everybody gets an onion haircut just like me.
Can
Frenzy,
you believe that?
But you'll never
he-
be me. Nobody
Right.
can be me except me.
Except me. Can you say that you're fired, please? Will you do the you're fired bit? Like
I'm
later.
sorry,
You don't-
Gary Busey. You're fired.
Gary Busey.
I'm
Friends-
sorry, little John. You're fired.
Frenzy wants me to play Matthew McConaughey. I am Waters. What's that?
Oh, don't play that video. That
Why?
one's boring as hell. But
Okay.
I can do Matthew McConaughey if you want.
Yeah,
So
do
just
Matthew
give me
McConaughey.
a topic, and I guess I'll talk about
Just
it.
do the car commercial.
Yeah, talk about Cadillacs or whatever. The
No,
hell it
it's
is.
Lincoln's.
Lincolns.
Right? Isn't that what it is?
All right. See, here's the deal. People always ask me, they just go like, Matthew, why don't you drive Lincolns to the set? I just go, I don't drive myself to the set. If I drove myself to the set, of course, I would drive in a Lincoln. But, I mean, it's just not practical. I mean, I can't be driving myself to set, learning my lines in my Lincoln. I mean, like, well, I mean, maybe they should program Lincolns where they can say my lines to me as I go to set.
Oh shit!
That's
Oh, my
so
God.
good. Wow.
All right, Frenzy, you keep this conversation going. I'm gonna mix us some more cocktails,
Okay.
and I'll be back.
I'll be back. You'll be back. I'm just gonna stay here. The Matthew McConaughey. Okay, what other ones can you do? Well, I don't want to be like, hey, you're a monkey. Like, you need to perform for us.
you're-
That's how I feel like I'm being
pretty
right
used to
now.
it on-
But I like it because you're so good at it.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. What about, like, have you ever done, like, a Jack Nicholson? Like, from The Shining?
I can certainly try. Let me think.
Or you do, like, your top, like, ones that you feel good about that, like, you know that you're...
Well, it depends.
Or
I usually
Christopher
try to do
Walken.
ones that, people are aware of, because, like, I do weird ones that people my age wouldn't know. Like, Jesse Ventura, he's a Minnesota guy, just
Oh,
like
I know
you are a
him.
Minnesota gal.
Right. Yeah.
And I love doing Jesse Ventura, but people my age don't get it because they don't watch him. But I think he's hilarious. Like, everything that he says is the best thing I've heard today. And it's
Okay,
like,
do Jesse.
even if he had to
No,
do Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, but but what you're going to say, even if he had to what? Explain himself or something? Was that what you're going to say?
Like, even if he had to explain just rudimentary things, like,
Yeah.
around your house, but had, like, kind of a conspiratorial approach to it,
Yeah.
I think it's just hilarious. Like, so if he's just going, listen, I'm not trying to, poke out any eyes or anything like that, but what if I told you that microwaves are actually the government trying to find a way to program your cell phones from a distance?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, can Hillary Clinton say that?
Sarge is coming back. He just did Jesse Ventura. It's amazing.
I miss Jesse.
Yeah, you're gonna have to listen to it.
No, listen. Listen, you didn't miss Jesse because he's always in the ring, ready to tackle the enemy, and I serve my country as a WWA Tag Team Champion. I was in Sears School. I understand demolition. And how come World Trade Center 7? How come nobody brings that up? I know it's been 15 years, it doesn't exist anymore, but why doesn't it exist?
I think God, how many other impressions can you do?
I do a lot of Game of Thrones ones, like on my YouTube channel. A lot of people who are subscribed to me request those, like Littlefinger and Jon Snow and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I see that on your YouTube channel. See, I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I showed you the Jon one.
Eventually.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones either. I know it's about like dragons and boobs and like.
I'm sure I'd love it.
But
it's on like
HBO.
I
swear you would love it. I thought the exact same thing. Oh, it's one of these medieval magic shows, but it truly grabs my attention like right away. I became a diehard fan of it, and I'm as much of a fan of that as I am The Walking Dead.
Yeah, everyone loves it. I mean, I'm sure it's awesome, but I think it's on like HBO or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have
it's
HBO.
On HBO.
Okay.
Yeah. The only impressions I can do are Christopher Walken, which everyone could do. Maybe like a little Arnold. Yeah.
You want to do some
Arnold.
dueling Walkens?
Let's do our Christopher Walkens. All right, you want to go first?
All right, we'll do Christopher's talking to each other. No, let's just do us talking to each other like that.
Well, hey, I'm here with David Greyson. We're doing our Christopher Walken impressions.
Listen, sometimes, Sarge,
that's cool. Yeah,
gonna have guests on your show, and they're gonna ask you all kinds of questions. You gotta ask yourself, am I ready for these questions? I don't think I like these questions.
Frenzy.
I think
who
that
takes it. Who gets that one?
David.
I think so.
I
too.
think that what would be super funny is if you read The Raven.
Hark, quoth the Raven.
In Christopher Walken's
Nevermore.
voice. Yeah.
Nevermore.
Like the whole thing. Like that would be oh my god, that would be amazing. That needs to be a YouTube video.
What about like Rick Grimes doing all that?
Hey, yeah.
Or Rick Grimes doing it too. Like or Jesse Ventura doing it.
I think you should take requests. On impressions.
I would love it. I wanted to do one where it was like I was doing Rick Grimes responds, kind of like, like what was it, Dear Edna kind of
Dear Abby
column.
Yeah, Dear Abby.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dear Edna.
Edna.
Dear 90-year-old lady.
Edna was the old lady from The Facts of Life.
That would be funny
to
do Rick Grimes giving advice like Dear Abby. Dear Ricky.
Yeah.
Someone
Ricky.
just like, how do you feel about like dating in the apocalypse? He's like, I wouldn't recommend it.
Everyone's really sweaty.
Like,
I can't, that's the one thing that I always think about with The Walking Dead, like, when they have sex, I'm like, I mean, I guess when they're in, like, the last...
There's been, like, 2 sexual
where they've had, like, where they were in, like, the development or whatever, like, they actually got to shower and, like, do things, but when they don't get to shower, like, ugh. No one wants to have sex
in
like
Alexandria, we have access to running water. But you have to ration it. Eventually, those water tanks are going to run out. And when that happens, it's going to stink. It's going to smell so bad.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do Arnie now. Arnold, who wants to go first?
All right,
I went first last time, didn't I? Yeah, you go first now.
All right, so I don't really know if I do Arnold, but okay, I'll try. Listen to me, Sarge. You got to, before you do the podcast, you must do your dry cleaning. If you don't do the clean, they're going to go, get out of your stain. Get out of here. I don't know what you're doing. Get out of it. Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
Listen to the Sergeant Proof podcast. It's on fire. There's so much fire in this podcast with David Keith Grayson.
There's a bomb in there.
I am serious. It is on fire.
There's a bomb in the Sergeant-proof podcast.
David used to live in California.
Oh my god.
Who took that one?
I think my guy turned Dutch in the middle of it.
Yeah, your guy was like from Belgium, but I don't know. I think it's a tie.
Like I said,
That's a tie. That's a draw. Okay.
I do Arnold very well.
Our tiebreaker is Vin Diesel. David, take it away.
Oh, I think you're gonna win because I don't have one.
I don't know what Vin Diesel even sounds like.
Really?
I know I've seen all of the movies.
Go for it.
No, you go first.
I'll know if it sounds like him though.
No, you go first.
Me go first?
He doesn't
Okay.
know.
You go first.
All right, here's my Vin Diesel. Family. That's it.
That's it? Oh my gosh.
That can't count. Say one word.
That's all he says.
And it's like, yep, that's an impression.
That's
Put that
all
in
he
the box.
says
Like,
every
One
movie.
word. Family. That's
okay,
no.
how about this? Sugar! Okay, that's my Adam Levine, everybody. There's my Maroon 5.
There you go.
It's been a while. That's my Stained impression.
Awesome.
Keep it coming, folks. I can do this all day.
Oh my god, that was fun.
One word impression.
One word impressions, yeah. I'm trying to think
If that was
of
the
one.
case, I could easily do Jack Nicholson and Owen Wilson. They only say like one or two words anyway.
Who is it? We had a comedian on a while back, Frank Roach.
Yeah.
He does an awesome Jack Nicholson. He tried out for America's Got Talent, and he did his Nicholson.
Oh, yeah?
He did his Nicholson impression where Nicholson was auditioning for the role of Darth Vader in the Star Wars movies. It's so funny. He's like,
I think I remember this.
you remember it? We played a clip of it on the episode where he was on with us, but it was something like, let me see if I can pull it up.
See if I can try that.
Well, he's
right,
doing a movie. He co-wrote or wrote a movie
Oh,
based
yeah.
in Detroit about like
The
automobile
the
situation.
the Italy boys.
Yeah, where
Here it
it's
is.
like a mafia situation, but it's based on like basically like GM.
To the movie Star Wars, these are the auditions you didn't get to see.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson's audition for Darth Vader. Luke, I got some bad news. As it turns out, I'm your father.
I suppose David
Can
can't
you hear
that.
You probably can't hear it.
I can't hear it. Yeah.
can't.
Sorry.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, he's like, Nick
We'll have to
Jackson's
send
like,
it to you.
Luke,
Here.
I got some bad news. As it turns out, I'm your father.
Yeah. I kind of want to try that. If you give me a scenario, maybe I'll try Jack Nicholson doing it. Let's see.
Jack Nicholson.
I'm sure I can't do it as good as him. He got on America's Got Talent doing it. So
Jack Nicholson.
Getting in a car accident,
Oh, there you go.
and it's
I
not,
was gonna
and
say-
it's his fault, but he's acting like it's not his fault.
all right, let's Jack Nicholson in the car accident. Seems as if you ran into the back of my vehicle. That's pretty astonishing. I don't know if you are aware, but this is a blue energy hybrid.
That's not bad.
That's good.
I get 42 miles per gallon on this. And it's, who's going to pay for this? Me? You? Your insurance company? I don't know.
And I can just see his hair like being wispy at the ends, like he's like running
Yeah.
his
Oh, like,
fingers through his
I was
hair.
trying to imagine the eyebrows. Every
Yeah.
time I think of them, I have to imagine the
eyebrows and
pointing
the
way
hair.
up.
Oh my gosh! Did you know that Sarge has never seen the movie The Shining before?
What?
Yeah.
I actually just saw The Godfather like last year, I think.
Yeah, he's never seen The
I
Shining.
know it's weird. I know. I understand.
You need to see The Shining
it's
and A Bird Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
I haven't
Those
seen
are
that
great
either.
Jack Nicholson
You've
movies.
never seen that one either?
No.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that a book?
I knew he hadn't. If you haven't seen The Shining, there's no
Yeah.
way you saw A Bird Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's
No.
Nest.
But I understand it. So
Uh,
like whenever I see references in movies, or
Yeah,
TV
but you
shows
don't
The
get to get
Shining,
it if you've never seen it.
No,
Though.
I get it because I've
No.
seen the references so
You don't
many
get
times.
to get it. No, but you don't get to
I
get
don't, I
it.
don't,
Sit
I don't get
down.
it on a
Sit
deep
down.
down
You don't
level
get
like
to
you
get
guys
it.
do. Yeah, I'm not deserving. I understand.
No, you don't. You don't get to
I'm
get
just
it.
saying
No, you don't.
All right, fine. I don't get it. I'm totally confused.
You don't.
Whenever I hear a Shining reference.
Where the fuck am I right now?
Oh, working no
Here's
play
Johnny.
makes Sarge a dull boy. Yeah, you have to watch it. But I feel like it'd be good for you to maybe watch like around Halloween season again.
I'm going to watch it on Easter, I think.
Easter's already passed. Maybe 4th of July?
Yeah, that seems like a real...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes me
that's
feel
fine.
patriotic.
Yeah.
I'm down. That makes sense. I'm going to do that.
I was going to say, you guys, I probably have like 5 more minutes.
Oh, okay. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, fine.
All right, let's get the pertinent information. God,
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have you back on because there's more we want to find. We want to hear about your career and your projects. But so at the very least, our listeners and your fans and everything, where they know that they can find you and all your work, lay it on us, brother.
Alrighty. Well,
Alrighty.
I do have a Facebook page, David Greyson. And you'll see it because it's got my face, probably the same picture that you used for the promo of this episode. So pretty easy to find. On Instagram, I can be found at Mr. David Greyson. It's all lowercase and there's no period, so just Mr. David Greyson, and that's Greyson. And my YouTube channel, as we were talking about before, is called The Walking David, and I do a lot of impressions, little comedy skits. I post shorts and stuff that I do with my friends and things of that nature. I also do fan videos too. So it's like I have a cool video on there that I cut together of Rick Grimes to the song "Till I Collapse" by Eminem, and people seem to like that a lot. So
that's cool.
It's just fun little stuff like that. It's not like and I wouldn't blow up your news feeds if you subscribed. I'm not one of those channels that's posting 5 videos a day. If I post it, I'd try to make sure that it's funny in some way, or you'll get something out of it. So, things like that.
Beautiful. Are you on Twitter?
I mean, oh yeah, I guess I am on Twitter. I won't blow you up a lot if I do that either. But
Twitter's a tough one.
Twitter, but
yeah.
I'm at David Greyson. A lot of my stuff is pretty much David Greyson. If you type that in, you'll find me on IMDb, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube that way.
Okay.
So,
and what about a website? Do you have a website? And if you don't, why don't you have a website?
I do not, and I don't have one because I was waiting till I felt that I had enough credibility to make a website. I think it is silly when people don't have enough to make a website with, and then they make one anyway. So it's like, homepage, little bit about me, 26, like pasta.
Well,
and that's the whole fucking the whole page.
You're now officially Sarge approved, and so now you definitely warrant yourself a website.
Well, you warranted a website before you were on Sarge approved, but yeah, I get it. Like you want it to be filled with content and things that are.
He's got it.
No, I know that he does.
You've got plenty of shit on there, my friend.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm telling you, as a narcissist, you think I would have a website.
You just need someone else to manage your website for you.
If there's been a day that has gone by in the last 7 years that I haven't taken a selfie or two, I would love to find out about it, because I'm pretty sure, like, we could do one of those, like, aging things, where they, like, take a picture a day for, like, 10 years. We could do that with me, and it would just be me making a duck face, like in every single
day.
When's your birthday?
February
Frizzy,
7th.
We don't have time for
I know.
astrological
February
signs.
what?
7th.
Are you an Aquarius?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought this was really fun, you guys.
Yeah,
I'd love to do it again for sure. So.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun too.
We'll get you back on when we know you got a good, hour and a half to spend with us, and we can really just talk about.
Yeah, this is how it goes. Sometimes it just goes longer, and you just connect and have a good time and whatever. Yeah. But you need to go see Wonder Woman and eat some popcorn with some fake fucking butter. You should probably sneak in some candy too. Don't buy the candy shit from the movie theater. That's just way too expensive. You should probably stop at the gas station.
Sneak in some booze up my sleeve.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah, let us know. Be honest too. Let us know if that movie absolutely sucks or not.
I will next time on Sarge Approved.
Dun dun dun.
the review of Wonder Woman 2017.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
Yes, thank you.
No, not a problem. Thank you, Sergeant Frenzy.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right, talk to you soon.
Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
A boom, boom, boom.
What? It is?
I swear to God, it's outro time.
Oh my goodness.
Let's
Okay.
do the outro.
I'm ready.
That was
super
a
ready.
fun-ass episode, wasn't it?
Really fun.
David Greyson, very talented and hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Very, very, very fun time with that dude. I was very impressed with some of those impressions that he had.
Oh, absolutely.
Not
I
only
was laughing.
The accuracy of them,
Uh-huh.
but that he was saying funny ass shit to go along with it.
Yeah, plus they seemed so effortless and he sounded so close to everybody. Like, just like him. I love it.
Who we got coming up here for the month of June?
Well, we got some peeps.
On the 21st, we have comedian Chad Daniels.
Super excited about that one.
Yeah. Big fan of Chad Daniels. That dude's a national headliner. He's got multiple albums out, and he's just a funny-ass dude. He's a dad. He's got, like, plenty of funny dad jokes. Everyone loves those.
Yep.
Especially if you're a parent. And then coming up the very next day, on the 22nd, we have another member of the 502 of comedy, Will Carey.
Yes. Will.
And apparently he's a very hilarious individual.
Yep, looking forward to chatting with him too.
Yes, any members of the 502 of comedy are friends of ours. Right? What do you think? Should we keep the guests guessing for the rest of the month?
Yeah, you can wait.
Yeah, you just chill, people. Where can people find us in our episodes?
Well, they can find us on our website, sargeapproved.com.
They can find us on Twitter.
They can find us on Spreaker.
And our episodes on iTunes,
Google
Play Music, Stitcher.
Did you say
YouTube?
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was going to say YouTube. Okay, YouTube. You can also find our page on Facebook at Sarge Approved.
We're on Instagram.
We're on Pinterest.
Oh, we are on Pinterest now. Go
Twitter.
over to Pinterest and check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on Twitter and Instagram.
I am also on Twitter and Instagram at Melissa Frenzy.
Yeah. We are sponsored by National Survival Center. They have all kinds of badass gear over there. If you're feeling outdoorsy, you want to do some camping, or you're stocking up for when the zombies show up, they've probably got what you need. It's all name brand, top-of-the-line gear, hand-tested, and the great thing is it's way cheaper than the same exact product you're going to buy in the big box stores. Free shipping on damn near everything, and yeah, go check them out. NationalSurvivalCenter.com.
Buy some stuff.
Survive, don't suffer.
Don't suffer, don't do it.
That's their motto. Boom. All right. What should we play this episode out with?
We're going to play a song.
What should we play?
You know what it is?
Let's see if you remember. By one of our favorites. What's his name, Frenzy?
Color.
Yeah. And a little song called Gas Station Robbery. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Later, fuckers.
Things rose to grab me. All things will never die. I was sorry with the people. No better. Things rose to grab me. All things will never die. I was sorry with the people. No better.
Smile for the camcorder, my face in your damn hands. Use you with the crayon, your list of demands. I was begging for mercy, but it didn't work. I went berserk at the clerk at the gas station. He could sense my frustration as you placed a gun to my face. Mistake one, but not to be outdone. Your partner in crime busted out of the aisle, crazy in his eye and survival on his mind. I ducked in cover when he pressed the trigger, blowing the whole place so bad even Columbus couldn't discover it. The rigors of being kidnapped by a fat and lazy, scrappy human being. I wasn't trapped for long after the place was blown to bits. Thinking he was safe, I went blitzkrieg on his pits, putting up and smacking down. If someone would've watched it, it would attract the whole damn town. After I left him, he had more colors on his face than a clown. Standing over him with fire in my eye, paid for my chips and said goodbye. Went back home to my mother, but they wish they never messed with MC Color.